Hey, Sonia Rankin here, and today we will be cutting up a jackfruit. So I got this from the Thai market in Fort Walton Beach, and we're going to chop it up. So I've got myself a nice little steel table here. I like to use the biggest knife in my kitchen. So here I have it, one of the largest knives I have in my kitchen, a butcher knife. I put this candle over here because why is that in the kitchen? But I like to turn it up on its side. And the first thing you're going to go for, we're trying to tell if it's ripe, you're going to smell it. And if you smell like a very fruity gardenia almost, like it has this fruity flavor to it, it really smells like some pungent fruit. That's when you know it's super ripe, but I like it to be a little bit stiff. So I've got it where I can point my thumb on it and you can see it collapses ever so slightly. You can see a little bit of sponginess. And it's not just my thumb, I promise. But this is going to be a little bit less ripe, but that's how I want mine. So I've got my knife, I'm gonna go in just like this. And sometimes you've gotta just axe murder it, you know? Try to stay along the same line. Think about a watermelon that takes twice as much force. A twice as much force watermelon, and you're doing it right. So I've got my first line cut right through here. And remember, the middle is usually solid, heavy material, but you'll see the knife has this coating on it. And that's a sap that is unbelievably sticky. The only way to get this stuff off is with some olive oil. So we'll wipe that off as we can. But yeah, it's already like glue. So some people who have a latex allergy also have an allergy to jackfruit. So I'm always careful who I share it with, but here we go at another angle. We're going to try to create a V shape for our slice. And while you're doing this, you're cutting through seeds. It's not gonna be super easy. It takes a little force and it takes a little practice to get it right. But I studied the little lady at the Thai market and watched what she did while she was cutting it, and there we go. So here we have our beautiful jackfruit, and that's exactly how I like it. The more ripe it gets, the less white you'll see. You get bigger pieces of fruit, so it's worth its weight in gold the more mature the fruit is. But I like it like this because it's crunchy and it's delicious. And when they're like this, these pieces, you can just run your thumb behind them and you can pull out a slice and you take the white off of it. Because that is not good to eat. And there you go, a piece of jackfruit. But here we have the rest of the jackfruit. It tastes just like high chew to me. It tastes like a delicious, like fruit punch high chew. So right here, we're gonna take this ridge off right here. We're gonna see if we can sever that. And we're also gonna cut a line down below here and see if we can get the fruit to come apart a little easier. So chop, chop, chop. Run my knife carefully away from it, and you can see just when it's not super ripe, the sap will absolutely seep out, and it just makes cleanup kind of a pain in the butt. Have your rag close, give it a wipe, and then we'll come along the other edge, and we're going to cut the bottom side to see if we can get the fruit to release a little easier for us. Try to cut away from yourself whenever possible. Don't worry about that piece. It's a lost cause. But there you go. There's your piece of jackfruit. Exactly how I like it. This is my favorite. You can take a bite out of it the way it is. Just know there's a big seed inside. You can get the husk off the seed and eat the seed if you want, but this is one of the tastiest jackfruits I've had. Even when it's not super ripe, it's still very sweet, very delicious. So if you haven't tried jackfruit, go buy yourself one. I down one of these a week. I eat a jackfruit all by myself once a week. Sometimes I'll take some pieces to church or wherever I go to share it, but yeah, I just wanted to share how I butcher up my jackfruit. I hope this was helpful. Bye guys.